Today we're talking about using weird synth sounds. Freebeat. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to Gustavo Tovar. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. Really quick, I do just want to say that this will be a two-part video with part 2 coming in the very near future, so stay tuned for that. This is my Sonicware Liven XFM. It's a 4-operator FM synth as well as a 6-voice polyphonic groove box, and there's a whole lot that this thing can do. However, I have had this device since about May, I think is when I got it, May of last year, so May 2022, and I, up until very recently, have had an interesting and somewhat difficult time trying to fit it into my workflow and my setup. Now, like I said, this is a 4-operator FM synth and can be used as such if you put this handy-dandy overlay on the controls here, and it comes with this. You can see there are a whole bunch of parameters to actually go in and fully edit each of those operators and really use this as a full-blown 4-operator FM synth. That intimidates the heck out of me and is really not something that I have enough knowledge to do. Certainly I don't have enough knowledge to enjoy doing it. But that's okay on a device like the XFM because the way that it handles its presets is really interesting. There's almost a whole new sound design process just in the presets alone. And that's because there are different ways that you can combine multiple presets to make new sounds, which is really, really cool. For instance, we can hold function, press the synth mode here to get to XLFO, and now we can actually use an LFO to cycle between different presets. We can hold shift and use this first knob here to select a bank. Let's go key 1, then we can let go of shift and use this to pick a preset. Electric piano 3, okay. Now I will hold shift and use the second knob here to pick a different category for our second preset. How about bass 2? Sure. And let's pick a bass patch out of here. How about BS08? Let's hear how that sounds. That's crazy. That's so cool. Then the other two controls, as well as their shift parameters, basically determine how we blend those two sounds together. So now I've got a random LFO with a rate control here, shifting between these two different presets. Oh yeah, with a polyphony too, up to 6 notes. So cool. So many amazing options between all of the different presets. And then when you find something you like, you can actually save it as a new sound. So why am I telling you all of this? Well, it's because the presets in the XFM, no matter how you blend them, without actually going into the FM engine, all of those presets sound pretty weird. And for a long while, I was having, like I said, a difficult time fitting those sounds into my workflow, or even being inspired by them. I was just having a really difficult time. Stuff like that. Like, what even is that? Such a weird, cool, but weird sound. However, recently, I have started thinking of sounds in the context of how would I use this in a full track? And that has really changed my approach, I think, to listening to new sounds that I've come up with. Now, you don't actually have to use it in a track, but that mindset, I find, really helps me at least appreciate the weirdness that I'm hearing. So if you've got a weird synth out there, I really recommend giving this a shot. So for instance, that right there would probably make a pretty cool bass line, especially if I recorded it into my DAW and then did a little processing from there. I'm going to go in really quick here and make this a mono patch. I mean, that's pretty cool sounding, right? That could be a really neat bass line with the right processing, like I said, and who knows, maybe a little subline under it, mirroring it, to put a little more definition in there. It could definitely become something. Let's do this with something else. Let's go to a different category here. The category will be snare 1. Let's go to, how about clap 1? And let's pick something for preset 2. Let's go to wind 1, and then how about, is this trombone 2, I think? Okay, so that is probably not going to become a bass or a lead in any song. However, another cool way to use weird sounds like this is as little effects or little transition pieces between different sections of a full track. So let's say you were working in your DAW and you're working on a track and, I don't know, you want like a little maybe sparkle in the background, something to plus up just a section that feels a little too low energy maybe. I don't know. You get where I'm going, right? That with, who knows, maybe some kind of like filter sweep coming up. That could be pretty cool. Let me turn the filter on. There we go. There, that could make a pretty neat riser, just as is. Record that and mix it into your track, and no one would know that it came from a snare drum and a trombone preset on a $239 FM synth. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that right there could almost be some kind of shaker. There we go. Yeah, so cool. So many little effects you can get from very weird sounds. And that whole concept there has really changed my opinion and mindset on weird sounds. And I really have been enjoying the variety of things I've gotten out of my XFM here now. And this is not an XFM specific video. I know there's tons of weird synthesizers out there, and of course that's a subjective matter as well. So if there is a synth or maybe just a specific sound that you find weird, give this a shot. Think of it in the context of a full song and see what you can do. Think outside the box and get creative. This is combining a chord preset with a string preset. This one might not work. Actually, you know what? I bet in the right key that would work in a song. Yeah. So that's really the whole point of part 1 here of this 2-part video. Like I said, part 2 will be coming soon. Think outside the box when it comes to weird sounds. Think of them in the context of basses or leads or weird effects or little transitionary lines. And I bet you'll be able to find a spot to slot that little sound in. Ear candy. That's the word I was trying to think of when I was talking about, just kind of inserting them to spice up a low energy part. Weird sounds make for great ear candy. Absolutely. So I do hope you're excited for part 2, where we'll do a little more practical work with some sounds from the XFM. And I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.